here is another one. It made it in. I was almost going to leave it out, but then I thought, where is this water coming from? I mean, it's at the top of the mountain.
Hmm.
There's no more land up there. I mean, what is shooting out this water? It's not melting snow because it looks like they're in either spring or early summer in the mountains gear.
Hmm.
But it just has to be a plumbing system that's still functioning. I mean,
Oh,
that's the only
great.
way. Pressurized water. There are pressurized water systems below every city, and they seem to be quite connected. Like there's an entire network of pressurized water tunnels below us
Hmm.
that we have no idea how expansive it is. Uh,
Absolutely.
so yeah, you could pressurize some water, and if you were good plumbing, you could get pressurized water to the top of your building, and then later say that it's a mountain and that the water's inside of the mountain being drained out. But it doesn't stop. The water doesn't stop, and
No, it's still consistent, just the same. Probably if we found where this location is, it would still be shooting out just like that.
right. Um, Even in times of drought in the summer of low rain or little to no rain, it stays at this pressure of water, which seems highly unlikely at this altitude. You know,
Yeah. Somebody here said, oh, Sue Finelli said it looks like Yosemite Falls.
um, it could be. I
I'm going to
mean,
look it up now. Give me a second and you keep talking. I'll see if I can find a
I bel
polarized picture.
I believe that this is Glacier Point Trail in Yosemite. If anybody wants to search further, what did I do?
I think she's right. And
Okay.
guess what? The
Yeah.
pictures of today,
Yeah.
modern day, it's
Yeah.
still gushing out the same as that freaking picture right there.
How did you do that? How did you find that out?
I just looked up Yosemite Falls, like
Oh
Sufjan
yeah.
told
Okay.
me.
Yeah,
The
okay.
picture of it is the same as that one, except it's
Uh-huh.
in color and there's modern people here, and the water is still coming out the same.
Yeah. That must be one big puddle of water inside there,
Yeah, Upper Yosemite Falls Trail is what it is.
Yeah, the modern day picture with the water gushing out.
Yep.
Where's the water coming from? That's got to be plumbing.
So this water's still gushing out at the same speed. That's got to
Yeah.
say something right there, guys.
That just tells me that this is a pressurized water plumbing system that's still functioning because there's no logical reason why there would be water sitting, at the top of the mountain. They're already as high as you can get. There's no water being collected there from rain. I mean, I'm sure there's a small amount, but there is no reason why there is that much water at that elevation, at that altitude.
Yeah. And the way the front of this cliff wall slopes up, it almost looks like the water would have to go up and over to come out. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I don't know.
something to consider. Tourists ride the Glacier Point Trail in Yosemite, 1901. They're decked out. They looks like they're not mountain climbing. They're horseback riding. It seems appropriate. But we get to the top of the mountain, and there is water gushing out of the top of the mountain. We're already as high as we can go up. There's nothing
Yeah.
above it. Where's this water coming from? And then somebody in the chat the other night brought up a picture of it today, and it's still gushing out. And
Yeah.
I
Jen,
found that it. Yeah,
Yeah,
go ahead.
I brought the picture up. I
Oh, you
remember
did.
Yeah,
we looked
she
the
Yeah,
picture up
yeah,
today,
yeah.
and it looks identical to that flow. I mean, it's still flowing.
And
Nice.
even in times of drought, they said you would think that it would diminish after a while, but no, it just continues to pour out. But where you're already at the top of the mountain, I guess that's kind of what intrigued me is, did I go the wrong way?
Where the hell's
Oh,
water
there.
coming from?
Yeah,
Is
yeah,
there a pipe there broken or something, Frank?
yeah. I like a plumbing system.
Yeah.
Mountains are fountains.
Now we have given the TARDs an opportunity to present their case, and now it's time to do the actual research into what they've said. And I do know this is a very small issue, but this is not an isolated event. As I am researching the Meltology theory, I am finding more and more, many times, situations exactly like this on every video, on every channel, on every live stream, on every documentary, and it's rampant. And so I have plenty of material to go through, and this is just one little snippet of data that I am attacking today. So there will be more to come, because until this is actually looked at from a research angle, from someone that actually knows how to do research, then this information is going to be getting out to the public in a way that is not true and correct. So I want you guys to have the best tools in your arsenal of thinking, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So here we go. What we have here is a picture of Yosemite Falls in 2010. And this, I believe, is the picture that the TARDs were looking at when they were told by the viewer on their live stream that it was Yosemite Falls, and they sent them a picture, a link of a picture, and I believe this was the picture, if I'm not mistaken. It doesn't matter. This is basically the same thing. It's a color, modern image of Yosemite Falls. And so they were talking, and they did not know what image. They knew it was Yosemite Trail in 1901, but they didn't know what waterfall they were looking at, and they weren't bothering to look it up. They hadn't done any show prep to look it up. They had no information about what they were looking at, other than it was Yosemite Falls Trail. Excuse me. It didn't say Yosemite Falls. It said Yosemite Trail. This is important. It only said Yosemite Trail 1901. Okay. Might have been a little bit more information, but it did not say Yosemite Falls. So they had an old picture, they had the year, and they had Yosemite Trail. That was the information that they basically had to go on. And so they went on this first, they went on two different live streams, but on the first live stream, they go on there and they are discussing this image like they have no idea where this is. And they didn't, because they hadn't done the research, they hadn't done the thinking into where the damn image was. So then they go on and make all this speculation about this image. Oh, it's a melted building. Oh, it's the highest place. Oh, it's got plumbing that was left over from the ancient old world. And they're making these speculations. There's no the water is still flowing today. Look, here in the 1901 it's flowing, and now we're looking at the picture of 2010, or a modern day picture, and the water is still flowing. Okay, they're making all these speculations based on a picture that they know nothing about. And so the viewers are watching this, and they're going, wow, that's from 1901. Oh my goodness. Oh wow, that could be a melted building. We got the droopy crap coming off oh my goodness, it must be asphalt, because they're telling them that too, which I went over that in a live stream, on my live stream the other night, and explain what that is. That is not melted roof. And then you'll have to go watch my Muddin live episode. But then they're speculating, making all these speculations on these photographs without looking them up. So then when they do look them up, okay, they're still continuing to do the same speculations, okay? And it's because they haven't done any research. So I'm going to show you how to do the research from that point. When you get a picture and you have that much information, what do you do? What do you do? Okay, the first thing you do when you don't know what you're looking at and you want to know more is you take the information that you do have and go search it. Now, one easy way to do this would be to do a reverse image search. And what you do is you go to Google Images, okay? Hit the little camera and go to Upload Image, Browse, and then you look for your picture, and I've selected my picture, and it will go and see if it can find that image. Now, when you go here, it'll give, you know, whatever information it can find. It says history of Yosemite area, Wikipedia, Yosemite Valley. Remember, we don't know anything right now. We only know it's Yosemite Trail in 1901. History of Yosemite National Park, 1800s. You look here in these images to see if you see the image you have, and it's right there, but I'm going to move forward. We've got something here, Yosemite National Park. But remember, we're looking for what is the name of the waterfall, okay? So we're looking for that information, and I'm not seeing it jump off the page. So then I'm going to go to the pictures, and I'm going to go here, and I'm going to look and see if I can find it in the pictures. Now, this is how I found it, okay, 3 years ago. 3 years ago when I found this picture. Now, I haven't used this picture because I've got better resolution than this. It's only 200 by 224. But I've had this picture in my catalog for 3 years now, and I didn't use it because it was unimportant. It's an old cool picture, but it's unimportant to research, so I didn't use it. But I didn't know what waterfall this was when they brought it up. So anyways, now we're looking here and we're not finding anything. So then what we do is we know certain information. What do we know? We know it's Yosemite Trail, and we know 1900s. But we want to know if it's what waterfall it is. So we know it's Yosemite National Park. So we put in Yosemite, and then we put in falls. Hit search, and there it is. Now, it comes right up, okay? Very easy, okay? Many pictures. Now that we have something that we can look at, we look at this image, okay, and compare it to the image we were looking at before, and with you know, this quote-unquote eagle eye, as they should have, as they say they have, or the phoenix eye, depending on which faction of the organization you're slinging from, you'll be able to tell that this is the same waterfall. Now, we know it's Yosemite Falls. Now, we go to Wikipedia, okay? And when we get to Wikipedia, we can find out more information. So let's see what we can find here. We got Wikipedia page with Yosemite Falls. Yosemite Falls is the highest waterfall in Yosemite National Park, dropping a total of 2,425 feet from the top of the upper fall to the base of the lower fall, located in the Sierra Nevada of California. It is a major attraction in the park, especially in late spring when the water flow is at its peak. Then we got Upper Yosemite Fall. The 1,430-foot plunge comprises over half the total drop. Trails from the valley floor and down from the park areas outside the valley lead to both the top and base of Upper Yosemite Fall. The upper fall is formed by the swift waters of the Yosemite Creek, which, after meandering through Eagle Creek Meadow, drop over the edge of a hanging valley in a spectacular and deafening show of force. Down here it says, in all but the wettest years, the fall ceases to flow altogether in late summer or fall. Hey, wait, what? Let me read that again. Remember now, the TARDs say that the flow is still going today, just like it was in 1901, that it never stops. That somebody left the plumbing on and it's leaking, and that's where the water's coming from. I'm going to read that again. In all but the wettest years, the falls ceases to flow altogether in late summer or fall. Cease flowing altogether late summer or fall. A very small number of rock climbers have taken the opportunity to climb the normally inaccessible rock face beneath the falls. Although this is an extraordinarily dangerous undertaking, a single afternoon thunderstorm could restart the falls, sweeping the climbers off the face. So, what they're saying here is that the falls does not always produce water down it. So there is a very big discrepancy in what the tards were telling you. So wait a minute. Let me go back here. We need to read here. The upper fall is formed by the swift waters of the Yosemite Creek. Okay? So let's go look up Yosemite Creek. Yosemite Creek is a 13.2 mile long creek of the Sierra Nevada located in Yosemite National Park, California. The creek's headwaters are the Grand Lakes. Here's the coordinates. And it flows southwest to drop 2,425 feet over the Yosemite Falls to Yosemite Valley. So the creek's headwaters, the Yosemite Creek, okay, which feeds Yosemite Falls, is the headwaters, which means the source, the starting point of the waters, the collection area of the waters, where the water that feeds the falls, okay, is the Grand Lakes. So officially, now this is official, and granted, we have to take official with a huge grain of salt, but officially there is an explanation that says that there is a headwaters called the Grand Lakes that feeds this waterfall. Very interesting. So now we know the headwaters. We know that it turns on and off, basically. So we've already found some information that is not what the tards were telling us, which is very interesting. And, because they don't do the research, they just look at pictures and make speculations about shit. They don't get this far. Even though it takes 2 seconds to do proper fucking research, okay? If you just take the time to do a little research before you open your damn mouth, then you'll have proper information and you can make better speculations, okay? The first thing they go to is ancient plumbing, instead of thinking, well, where could it be coming from? I'm not done. Where does the water come from in Yosemite Falls? Question mark. Yosemite Creek is entirely fed. This is a Google search, by the way. Yosemite Creek is entirely fed by melting snow, and it drains in an area of nearly 50 square miles. The creek is what supplies the water source for Yosemite Falls. At a peak volume in late spring, a total of 2,400 gallons per second go over the lip of the upper falls. Here's another search. Peak runoff typically occurs in May or June, with some waterfalls, including Yosemite Falls, often only a trickle or completely dry by August. Peak runoff typically occurs in May or June, with some waterfalls, including Yosemite Falls, often only a trickle or completely dry by August. They're saying here that Yosemite Falls dries up, okay? That means somebody turned off the plumbing, I guess. But no, we didn't say that. We didn't say somebody turned off the plumbing. We said it's still running, okay? We speculated with no information, and we look like fools. We didn't do that. I'm not part of this we, by the way. I am definitely not part of this we. Storms in late fall rejuvenate some of the waters, and all of them accumulate frost along their edges many nights during the winter. And here's a photograph of Yosemite Falls dried up. This is a modern photograph, as you can clearly tell. Oh, and this is something that wasn't in, I didn't put this in, but they were looking at the old photograph and they saw this little piece right here of the rock, okay? And they were thinking that was a door. They were looking at an old photograph, at the old picture, and saying, oh, there's a door. And then later on they go, oh, when they're looking at this picture going, oh, no, I don't think that's a door. No, I think that's part of the rock. So the speculation with the shit picture is just insanity. So let's get up here. And just, just so you know, I'm just going to say this right out. I do not believe that this is a melted building. This does not look like, I do not see any evidence that this is a melted building. And no, I'm not saying that geology is right. That's bullshit too, okay? There's more going on here. Let me give you a little hint here. Do you not think that the creator of this universe could just create a fucking mountain without any effort? Okay? The creator would not need to grow the mountain or push the mountain up or have any kind of geology. The creator would think, I would just want a mountain in this spot and I want it to look this way, and poof, the motherfucker exists. Okay? This is Yosemite Falls, dry to the bone, not a damn drop. Oh, the water never turns off. It's running in 1901. Look here, in modern age, it's still running. Remember that quote? Go back and watch it. They said it. Okay? They said it. Here's a comparison of with it running and with it not running. Clear as a bell. You can see it running here and not running here. Okay? And this, from my understanding, happens almost yearly. Here is a slide talking about river anatomy, and talking about river source headwaters. River source headwaters, the beginning or source of rivers, is called its headwaters. Source of a river. Some headwaters are springs that came from underground. Others are marshy areas fed by mountain snow. A river's headwaters can be huge, with thousands of small streams that flow together, or just a trickle from a lake or pond. Okay? Now I'm sure a meltar will go, some headwaters are springs that come from underground. That means that's old ancient plumbing. Well, there are instances in other locations where there could probably are plumbing systems still in place. But I'm sorry, this ain't one of them, okay? Because there's no evidence for it, okay? And I'm not speculating, okay? I'm doing the fucking research, and I'm teaching you how to do, as the viewer, the research on your own. So you don't have to depend on these tards to do your thinking for you. Let's move forward. Okay, back to Yosemite Creek. Let's do a little more research here. The creek's headwaters are at the Grant Lakes. And here's the coordinates right here. And if you click on the coordinates in Wikipedia, it brings you up to many sources to go look at this area. Okay? And that's how you find where this headwater is. Now, the reason we're going to go look at this headwater, I'm going to go over here. I've got this screen all set up to where it needs to be. This is the Grant Lakes, because remember, the Grant Lakes are the headwaters of the Yosemite Creek, which feeds the Yosemite Falls. So this is the official story as to where the water comes from. Okay, they say it originates here. Okay, and look, we got two big lakes here. Okay, let's see if we can measure. Let's see how big that lake is. It's like 1,000 feet there. And then there's 860 feet. Okay, just so you know, just give you an idea of the size. Now, if we follow this here, okay, this goes here, okay, it goes over here, got another little lake here, goes to, this is the Yosemite Creek. See, Yosemite Creek. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Whoa. Wait a minute. There's more up here. So we got more going on up here. Remember, there's mountains up here. Okay, and mountains are, when they get water on, they drain down into these lakes and rivers. Okay, we got one going up here. Okay, now let's go over here. You go down here, go down here. Oh, we got another one coming off here. Got another going there. All this is bringing water in. Okay, we go down here, meander down here. Go down here. Okay, and let's see. I need to see where I am. Okay, we got lots of stuff going over here. All kinds of water coming in over here. Let's see. I got to find the falls. Let's see. It goes over here. Goes over here. Goes down here. Let's see. It goes down this way. Blah blah. Yosemite Creek. Going down. Going down. Something going off up this way. Got a bunch going there. Let's see, going down, and we're getting close here, and we get down to the falls. Okay, so here's the falls, Yosemite Falls. Okay, the upper falls here, and there's a let's see. There's links here. I don't know why this isn't showing layers. Let's put terrain on and see if that. Oh, okay. Yeah, let's go with that. Okay. Oh, I see. I'm too close. Okay, so if this is the head, let me get rid of this. This is the head. Okay, we're down here. Let me get you down. If I can get you down. Yeah, I can get you down that far. Okay, there's Yosemite Falls. Oh, back it up too much. Okay, now this is the top of the falls here, and the picture was taken from down here somewhere. And they were saying that it's the top of the mountains, which if you actually, now you're looking here, they were saying this is the top of the mountains, and if you look, there's actually mountains higher. So that's false. Okay. And then we follow the creek. We got the creek here. See Yosemite Creek. Okay. Yosemite Creek. Yosemite Creek. Okay. Yosemite Creek. Okay. Goes over this way. Let's see, Yosemite Creek. See, it goes over here, goes over there. Follow it back, follow it back. Going back, going back, going back. Okay, it goes up here. Yosemite Creek. Let's see, Yosemite Creek. Yosemite Creek. It just goes on and 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 on, going up, going up, going up, going up. This is how you do real research, people. This is how you get your answers. Okay? Okay, Yosemite Creek. Okay. Now, you got to ignore the fact that that the water is not, that you can't see it very well, because you're looking at satellite, but I will assure you it's there. Okay, You don't know what time of year this is being taken. And in some pictures I'm seeing the water. See, right there it kind of looks like water. Other places, you know, it looks like it's dried up, which, you know, we've learned from our research that it dries up. So going over here. I mean, this thing is long. Yosemite Creek picnic area. Interesting. And where is it going to? Have any idea? Let's see. Yosemite Creek. Going up there. Up here. Still following up. Going up. This thing's crazy. It is a, you know, a creek. I mean, it's creaking along. It does what it's supposed to do, I guess. Yosemite Creek. Okay. Alright. It's up here. This could go on forever. I don't want to torture you too bad. Oh, if I pull out, I can see more. That's good. Huh. Look at all that. There's something going on water-wise there, it looks like. Where are you at, Yosemite Creek? Wants to hide on us. Oh, let's check this out. Let's see. Not sure where we are. Where is our creek? Yosemite Creek. Get close to where I can see it. Oh, it goes up this. That might be the. Let's see. What is that? What is that? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I took a wrong turn. Okay, so the lakes are here. There's one, and then there's the other. Okay, cool. Alrighty, so we've got lakes, we've got sources. We've seen them on satellite, we've seen them on topographical map. We've got water sources up here. And let's see. Look, oh wow, look how high that is. Okay. Wow, look at that. Okay. Now, I've got some videos to show you guys.
At top.
So that's supposed to be a waterfall according to Helen. Helen, give us a little information on this waterfall.
It was flowing 7 years ago.
7 years ago, this was flowing, and what happened to it? You can even see, like, it was like a butt. It's like a dirty butt crack.
Super dry.
Super dry, dirty butt crack. Look at this. It's empty. No waterfall. Ugly. We've been seeing ugly this whole time. Thanks, Helen. Thanks for drying up the waterfall.
This is horrible.
What if a beaver just dammed it up? Oh, look, you can even see. Oh, that's pretty cool, though. You can go where it was flowing at one time. That really sucks.
Yeah, when it gets this hot, there's not going to be anything.
It feels like we should just turn around and say this was a bust. It looks like there's water there on my camera.
Where?
It's just gray rock. It's just sad gray rock. And this is the Nevada Falls?
Yosemite Falls.
This is the official Yosemite Falls?
Yeah.
And it's just not falling. This is Yosemite Falls, guys.
It fell.
And it officially failed. This is it. This is it. This is why I came here. I flew from Colorado to see this. This dry. This is terrible. This is how dry California is. California is so fucked. Its parks can't even have water.
Hi, it's Olivia. We are standing in the middle of the upper Yosemite Falls in Yosemite National Park. Usually there's so much water flowing through here you can't get near this spot. I mean, we're literally in the middle of the way that the water goes down. The water actually goes all the way down over there and goes off the edge of the cliff.
2,000 feet straight down.
We had to climb 2,700 feet today to get up here. It took us 3 hours. And we are totally amazed at the view and how it looks without all the water flowing down.
Chopper 5 is giving us our most complete view of the flooding inside Yellowstone National Park.
Yeah, the entire park remains closed. As we learn, the Montana National Guard has rescued nearly 90 people from floodwaters. Our team of news specialists covering multiple angles for you tonight. Lauren Steinbrecher with a look at just how the park closure could impact Utah's tourism industry.
But we start with Alex Cabrera, who is live outside Yellowstone's west entrance. Alex, seeing all this video from Chopper 5 really puts the scope of the damage into perspective.
Right, especially when you start naming all those places that were damaged, Deanie. If we were to list and show every single one of those places, it would probably take up the rest of this newscast. So we picked out some highlights Chopper 5 was able to capture just a few hours ago.
Things always look different from the air, and Chopper 5 often brings us beautiful video. These shots at Yellowstone National Park are as picture postcard perfect as it gets. For example, Yellowstone Falls, as seen from above, just has a different awe-inspiring beauty to it. And here, bison roam as free as they have for thousands of years. But this trip wasn't just to show off Mother Nature's beauty. It was mainly to show Mother Nature's power. The flooding in Yellowstone is massive. This road near Soda Butte Creek is one of dozens of spots where the rushing river was just too much. Picnic tables at Pebble Creek Campground, where people ate lunch just a few days ago, are now surrounded by water and debris. Seeing this guy looking at the damage just past Icebox Canyon helps put into perspective how big some of the washouts are. The gateway communities of Cook City and Silvergate are now cut off from the park. Roads and bridges are gone. And probably the hardest hit town, Gardner, Montana, right where the Roosevelt Arch is, the original entrance to Yellowstone. It has basically become an island, also cut off from the park and north towards Bozeman. It will take a lot of work to repair this damage, and in many places the river has permanently moved, meaning new roads will have to be built using new routes. But there are signs of hope. Chopper 5 captured video of gravel trucks already on the move to begin repairs in some places. Yellowstone is still Yellowstone, formed from past violent natural events. This one is just another chapter animals and humans will get used to.
Repairs are being done as quickly as possible to the southern loop. That's where the least damage was done, and the southern loop may be reopened sometime next week. Possibly. The northern loop, that's where most of the damage is. That's most likely going to be closed for the rest of this season. Mike?
Yeah, and that view from above certainly is telling. You definitely see the damage there, and it's not going to be cleaned up anytime soon. Thanks so much. Appreciate it, Alex.
We have seen that we can look at a picture and not have that much data, and I've taught you how to find out more information on that. You can do a reverse image search. You can use whatever information you have to possibly find information to lead you in the right direction to do your research. Now, that doesn't mean you're always going to find something, but in this case, clear as day, I have found clear evidence that there is another answer, a more logical answer than what has been presented by the tards, the melt tards, through their lack of research. Now, I don't know if they're doing this willy-nilly, like they just kind of throw speculations around and don't do any thinking about it, or if they are just lazy researchers, or if they are doing this on purpose as an agenda. Personally, I do not believe that they are just throwing this stuff out and just not even thinking about it. I think, and I do not think that this is an agenda. I think this is lazy research. I think that these people that are speaking here, these meltologists, as they like to call themselves, are lazy researchers. And I don't think they're dumb people. I think they're intelligent people. I think they're just lazy researchers. And so I have taught you how to look beyond what they're saying and do your own thinking and not be a lemming and just walk off the cliff with them into oblivion without having anything other than what they've said. Okay? And I'm going to continue to do this. Now you see that we've seen that there is an answer as to where the waters come from. They came, from the Great Lakes. They came from the snow melt. We've learned instead of the water never stopping since 1901 from the one picture to the 2010 picture, we have learned that the water turns on and off every year due to the dry conditions. Sometimes completely dry, sometimes down to a trickle. Sometimes, as you've also just seen, it completely floods like it did this past week. I mean, major flooding. So, are you telling me that there is this plumbing that somebody's down there turning up and down, this lasted all this time, and this plumbing just happens to go up and down? I mean, what is more logical, that there's ancient plumbing in a building that has melted, or that this is a rock mountain? And mountains are real. I've been inside of them. There are melted buildings. This ain't one of them. Okay? That's a whole nother story. What is a melted building and what is a mountain? And I believe mountains are real. And I do not believe maybe that the geologists are telling you the correct thing. No. But that doesn't mean that there's not mountains. And see, the meltologists, they throw out the baby with the bathwater, even though they say, oh, our leader, Jerry DeCamp, he was a madman. He's a dope addict. But don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. They say it themselves, but when it comes here, that they don't want to throw the baby out with the bathwater. Anyways, this idea that there is plumbing at Yosemite I'm just completely adamantly against it. And this is not the only issue. I will be looking into more. But as you can see, there is more information to be found. And I hope that you can go now with a clearer vision, with a more open and awake consciousness, and not follow these unconscious, lazy ass researchers that are presenting horseshit, and do your own thinking. Don't follow me. Don't follow anyone else to the edge of the cliff. Take in the information and do your own thinking. That's what I'm saying. That's what I wish for you. And I hope that you learned a little something. And we'll be back. And I hope that now you are smarter than a melt tard.
It's the one and only Digo Double G.
Say woof again! Say woof again!
I've got one that can see.
This is my kung fu, and it is strong.
See you later.